Hey, happy life, happy journey. Welcome to Rythmia's I Got My Miracle. I'm here with Lucas. Lucas, what's your last name?
Santo.
Santo. Hey, Lucas Santo.
Hey.
I'm John Jacob Mubarak, and we're here at Rythmia. This is Saturday, the end of the week, and it's like one of my favorite days because, the beginning of the week, things get people are a little nervous. By Wednesday, it looks like the wheels are coming off at the hinges. And then by Friday, Saturday, people are like, oh my God, I love this place. It's so amazing. So each week we like to get somebody who had a really exceptional week and to share with you. So here we are with Lucas. And Lucas, where are you from?
I'm from Toronto.
And what brought you to Rythmia?
It's funny to think about it because I don't think I really know. I know now, I didn't at the time. And I was having a really tough time at work. I had to step back for a couple months just because I was so exhausted all the time. I was feeling burnt out. I had all these things in my life that I knew I should be looking forward to, but they just felt like burdens, like getting married, thinking about starting a family. It's all these things I know I should be excited for and appreciative of, and I couldn't feel anything. And so I was actually just looking for a traditional wellness retreat. I went to my Google Chrome and typed in wellness Costa Rica because I heard Costa Rica is great for that kind of stuff. First one that pops up, Rythmia. I was on the page for probably 5 minutes before I even realized it was, plant medicine. Right. No idea. And, I thought about it, and it probably took me 2 months to come around to finally take that step and go for it. And I had an openness to plant medicine just through mushrooms and stuff like that. But all the like healing and self-growth stuff, to be completely frank, was like I wasn't into it. I thought it was tacky. It's not my style. And the plant medicine was just enough to get me here. And I have to say, the whole program they have figured out here is just everything works. And you see the transformation every single day. And people go at their own pace, but it is just so cool to see every day someone shedding a layer. And it's just, honestly, it's just such a special experience to share with so many people. And even just the staff here, and just, it's a special spot.
Brother, thank you so much. I agree. Like, I've never worked with a group of people that are more committed to being of service. I mean, whether it's the housekeeping staff, to the front desk, to the maintenance and engineers, to the people who are working in the holistic team and in ceremony and teaching the classes, and like everybody's engaged. You said something interesting though, that like, so you had done some plant medicine before, you'd done some mushrooms, and did you use those in a like ceremonial, or was it more like, hey, let's do some mushrooms and have some drinks? And
no, not the drinks, but the second one there, it was just with friends or at home alone and stuff. And some of that good stuff comes up, but you don't have a whole program and a team to work you through what you're feeling and integrating it and feeling it. And it just wasn't enough. And I was in therapy, and none of that was enough. And it took me probably until the second night here to really admit to myself how bad things had got.
Wow.
Truly. I probably had depression for most of my adult life.
But wouldn't have thought that you were depressed.
No. Denied it.
That's
Denied
so
it
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's so true, right? Like that. I've been seeing so much some of the limiting beliefs that I had that I wasn't even aware of, and it just that I wasn't aware of them doesn't mean that they weren't still affecting my life, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So out of the week, well, the other thing that you said before I ask you this question was the container, right? That's this really special thing here is this container. With the classes and the food and the counselors and the holistic team and the colonics and the massages and the colonics.
Oh my God. It all works.
It really brings out the worst in you. I'm just saying. So, right? Like all of this works together. It's a really tight container that has you in the breath work and the meditation
and the people, the people in your group.
Right.
Everyone, you just jam off each other, and they all offer you something you didn't know you needed to heal. And it's just so cool. It's just a dance, the whole thing.
Tell me about your group. Like, were there people this week that you would normally have not associated
absolutely.
with that you were associated
Oh,
with?
absolutely. Yeah. It's I don't know if it's like this every week. I feel like it probably is, but there is, it felt like in a way, everyone in my life was represented through someone else.
Oh, cool.
And so you're constantly looking in the mirror, and the amount of judgment I had walking into this place is like, you meet people, it's like, oh, they hate me. Oh, I hate them.
Right.
And it's like, you just judge them. And then you start to study, okay, where's that coming from? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? And you just go deeper and deeper into yourself and uncover it. And at first it kind of pisses you off, but then you're just free from it. And it's like, you just accept yourself, and you can be in your skin, and it's so cool.
Right, because the judgment that I have of others is typically a projection of my own judgment, the things I don't like about myself.
Yeah.
Right. So you just said that so beautifully, man. Like I was able to free myself from judgment, and I could accept others for who they were because I was accepting myself.
And stuff you don't even. I was not aware of so many things that I was holding. Truly, so cool.
So tell me about like 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever miracles. Like we talk, I guess I got my miracle, right? So what are some of the miracles for you this week?
Okay, let's think about this, because the amount of aha moments you have, there's like four a day. So
right.
let me try and pick some out. I'll do last night's because it's still sitting with me, or 2 nights ago, I guess that was. But every night in ceremony, you have a specific intention, and you kind of have to work through that one before you move on to the next one. And that process is very important. And first night is show me who I've become. And you do kind of like a deep dive on your past and open doors you haven't opened in a long time, and take a look and understand them. The next night, I'd gone through that. I did that work, and it was great. The next one is merging with your soul, and kind of, to me, it feels like becoming a kid again. Like you just, it's just the world's playful and it's fun again. And the third one is heal your heart. And so I'd worked through all those, and it all worked for me. And then the fourth night I got to do kind of, I don't know if you want to call them the bonuses, but once you free up that space for yourself, you get to go a little deeper. And for me, my intentions were to show me who I have to be, and show me what I'm meant to do. And the show me what I meant to do was my favorite one. And it came about midway through the evening. And this is, I don't know what the audience is, but I would say to myself, if I heard myself saying this before, I wouldn't believe it and I'd judge it. But anyway, the medicine talks to you. It takes over, and you have a dialogue with it. And I said, all right, so show me what I'm supposed to do. Who am I supposed to be? And it said, look at your hands. And so I look at my hands, and they're kind of throbbing. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And it says, use them. I was like, well, what do you mean? It says, write. And I was like, okay. And it says, I mean, right now. And so everyone's splayed out on their mattresses. I grab my notebook and I go outside, and I go out by the fire, and it's just, I become, it's almost like an out of body experience. Like someone's kind of taking over the reins, and stand by the fire. I start wafting the fire into me, and I start thinking back sort of down my family lineage. And my mom must have told me this story at one point, that I think it's my grandfather's dad, who I believe was a shoemaker, but they lived in an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean called San Miguel. It's part of the Azores. And he used to sit at the town square and listen to people's stories and tell them stories and whatnot. And so it felt that my job now was to be a storyteller. And so what happened was, it's nighttime, the fire's going, all these different people started coming out, and I could feel their energy. And so they'd sit down, and suddenly these words would start coming to me. I just started writing. It wasn't me. It's just the pen's going. And I couldn't even see it. It's dark out, right? It would tell me when to stop, and I'd stop. And then I'd go try and read it by the fire, and you can't really see it. And then, oh, there's an actual poem there, and it makes sense. And whoa, that was really cool. More people would come in, and the poems were working through all the shit I was working through, and what everyone else in the group was working through. And it was just so cool. And you just feel really connected and free. And I don't know how else to put it. You just feel good. You get to be in your skin, and it's cool.
I love, like, that's a lot of my experience on the medicine is like I hear the voice of intuition
Yeah.
clearly,
Mhm.
right? Like we've always heard it. We say it's a still small voice, but it's really not small and it's not really still.
Mhm.
We're just ignoring it,
Absolutely.
right? And like every other part of you really gets drunk.
Mhm.
Except for that, but you're like hearing it. Let's like go outside. Yes, right, okay,
Whatever you say.
right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
such an amazing like, but that's your voice. That's
It
the
is.
voice of your connection with source.
And I do want to say something quickly to any of the folks that have in their mind, well, I'm afraid of giving up control, and this sounds scary, and being out of control. It is. You're drunk on this stuff, but you're so in control of your body. I've never felt more connected and more grounded when I'm fully on the medicine.
Right.
And the idea of losing control, it always is gentle with you. You have to feel through your pain and your emotions and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's gentle and it lets you feel joy and all those things. It's quite special.
You know, we say it's a concentrated drop of nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of believe in pan consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
There's a consciousness to everything, right? And so we're interacting with this consciousness, the vibration and frequency of the plant. Quantum physics tells us it's all vibration and frequency, right?
Yeah.
So you know, this you're talking about being gentle,
Mm-hmm.
but there's the gentleness is a direct response to our surrender.
Exactly.
Right? This sort of letting go. And I know for me, and I speak for myself, I like to control stuff.
Same.
Yeah. Right? Like
sure.
Control everything.
Yeah.
And it never is as profound, as good, as fun, as amazing as when I can finally let go, when I can finally surrender and allow something else
Mm-hmm.
to carry me. So the lesson of the medicine is when we can do that, you're talking about doing it in medicine. Now you're going to go back into your life.
Yeah.
And you're going to let that same sense of let go.
Yeah.
And let something else move you. Not that you're not in control.
Exactly.
But that your analytical mind is in service to the intuition.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I'm trying to put words to it, but I'd say, you know, when I got here and what got me here, I had just the smallest little fire left in me, and just enough to get me here. And now it's like, it's been a week. That's it. 1 week. And it's fucking hard work. But that fire is just so much louder, and it's that voice. And you don't realize what you're sacrificing when you try to control so much. You don't consciously understand what you're not accepting. And
Lucas, you've shared some really profound things.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm so grateful, man. So you're getting ready to go back to Toronto?
Yep.
And you're getting married?
In September, yeah.
In September. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brother, thank you. I'm glad you got your miracle.
Thanks, man.
All right, peace, brother.
Cool. Take care.
All right, wait, we got to say goodbye to everything.
Oh, shoot. Right.
He's like, I'm out of here. All right, Facebook or Instagram folks, we're going to say goodbye.
Oh.
And then goodbye to Facebook world and
Goodbye.
YouTube world. Thank you all so much.